I tell you, I've had a mental 2 weeks, man. I haven't. I never take a day off, right?
Yeah.
And I've taken a day off tomorrow. I'm closing the school tomorrow. That's the state that I'm in. I never take a day off, but I'm closing the school for a day tomorrow. I'm just shutting it down. Because I just stuff piling up on top of stuff, piling up on top of stuff, piling up on top of stuff, and if I don't get a bit of headspace, there's going to be an avalanche in my brain. So
Yeah.
so I'm closing the school for a day tomorrow, and if the weather's great,
When you say close the school, what do you have people coming in for classes all day, or what's your schedule?
the school is open 8 to 8 for anyone that wants whatever. No, that means I hang out in the school and around the school from 8 to 8. If I've got a space, what I do with my space is paperwork, website updates, little videos, bits and pieces of any silly little things I need to do, or I go to the pool and swim for an hour or two and try to keep my head on my head, or uh, whatever. It's also for me extremely hot here. Probably for you, it's just like a fresh breeze, but um, I feel like a lobster in a pot. So I've been cooking on slow cook for the last 4 or 5 days, and apparently over the next week it's supposed to go 35 to 40 degrees here. So that for me is just mental. Especially as winter is like minus 20, right? When you get a winter that's minus 20 and a summer that's plus 40, that's
I know. I
that's
mean,
that's insane.
I'm originally from Northern California. They at least have a semblance of a climate change. In Southern California, there's nothing. There's, you know, 65 to 65 on up. I mean, it doesn't get cold down here at all. So
Okay. Um, what else has been going on in your internet world? Oh, and I wanted to sorry, just before you answer that, I've been going back through my head about being contacted by Rob Youngblood about the information for BU, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about them. At the beginning, I didn't think much about it because I was thinking about other things, but I went back and thought about it again. I'm not happy about giving them the documents in Word format. That's a bad sign
yeah,
because the only reason they want them is to edit them, and the only reason to edit them is to take it and put their stuff on it and take my stuff off it.
yeah.
And they're too fucking lazy to just sit down at a computer and write it out themselves, which would take, let's see, a day. It would
Yeah,
take a day for one of their employees to sit down and write it out themselves, and they're $100,000 an event company.
that's what I'm seeing. Is again, you were contacted by somebody who's not qualified to do what they're doing, probably delegated by somebody who's not qualified to do what they're doing, to do something they shouldn't be doing, which is trying to just use your stuff as a template and, you know, again, put their own stuff on it. So
Well, that would be the only
and
reason
not
to.
say thank you. I mean, if they ask, you know, can we use this as a template? At least they're asking you, you know.
So they're not even saying what they want it for. And you know,
Yeah,
yeah, let me tell you something else about that. That's that's woman's bullshit. And I'm not being sexist. It's a psychological observation, right? I have made this observation that women say, I need to talk to you. but they never tell you what they want to talk to you about. So I need to talk to you. And I'm always like, I need to communicate with you. I need to have a chat. They never say what or why. And that's pretty important because I don't know if your dog is sick or, you know, you're going to offer me a promotion. I don't know what you, so, and this is all the communication from the parent organization
It's cryptic. I get it. Yeah.
is girl talk. It's girl talk. It's people who don't have the balls to tell you exactly what they think and exactly what they're doing and exactly what the situation is. And I'm sorry, I'm a red-blooded male, right? Yeah, I don't take nicely to to men tiptoeing around me with tactics like women. That's not cool.
So I was saying, what I put on the chat before. It's like I've had my last wasted conversation with Ramel about the format for Fitness Thursdays. Like we were supposed to introduce ourselves. She did hers 2 weeks ago. I did mine last week. Colin did his today. I don't think anybody's responded to asking any questions for Fitness Thursday. And we spent literally, and I don't know what it was. It seemed like an hour. Me, Colin, and another guy, Delroy, trying to convince her that we are wasting a lot of time by doing it the way she wants it done. And she keeps saying, but you guys don't understand me. You guys are not answering my questions. They're like, we are answering your questions. You just don't like the way we're answering them. So what was left was, and then Colin is messaging me on the back end privately. He's like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, yes, I know. I said, we committed to do this together. I said, but this is now the final week of us trying to do it together. I said, after this, I'm just going to blow it up. You know, it's like it's a waste of time. It's like I basically for the last 6 weeks could have delivered content, but it was stopped by somebody for dumbass reasons. And I only stopped. I only did deliver the content because yes, I agree with Jackie and what she said. I agreed I was going to do this in a consensus of 3 people in a committee. Well, what people say about committees is completely true. There's nothing but roadblocks to progress because that's exactly what it's been for 6 weeks. Total lack of content we've been able to provide. And that's the one thing the 3 of us kept telling Ramel. There's no content. Why are you saying nobody's responding? Because there's nothing to respond to. There's no content. So when I'm done with that, and then the Don't Break the Chains challenge, 2 teams have dropped out. Nobody's reporting in. Like you're supposed to report in, your team's supposed to report in every Sunday night. We've done that every Sunday night. 1 or 2 teams report in Monday, and the rest of the teams report in by Wednesday or Thursday. And now 2 have dropped out. So this is the last week, I think, of it. And there's been no results, like who won week 1, week 2, and week 3. Nobody's told us. It's just very disorganized, ass backwards. And I'm sorry, after a while, it's like, okay, well, what I was telling Ramel was nobody's responding to Fitness Thursdays because everybody has their accountability groups that are working for them. And I didn't want to say, and the parent company has shit going for it, so nobody cares, you know? So that's what I feel is going on. It's like they helped connect a lot of us together. And I think a lot of us are doing really good things as small accountability groups. But as the parent company doing anything, they're not doing anything as far as delivering what they should be delivering, as far as a corporation or whatever you want to call them. So there's no reason to volunteer for anything. I just don't feel there's a reason for me to waste time because it is literally a waste of time. Nothing gets done.
Well, it's a great learning experience watching people fuck up.
Yeah, I have learned a lot, and I feel very good about being a solopreneur, about engaging people on a one-to-one basis rather than in mass. Everything that I've seen, like I've been very patient, and it's come to naught. So I feel very good about how I've conducted myself in my career so far. It's just reinforced that.
I think
And then
you've
yeah,
been. Mhm.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to support you and say that I think you've been a a tower house of patience where I would have been an inferno of I don't know what of volcanic torrent in in that position. So I think you've been far more patient than most people would be with them.
Well, that
Are
was your
you,
fault.
I'm sorry.
That was your
Okay.
fault,
Yeah, well, I thought you could channel it into your training.
partially. Yeah, I did. I did right into my lower back. Yeah.
Yay.
No, it's been
Yay.
like I said, it's been a good list, and it's like I said, there's people that are amazing that I've met,
Mhm.
and yeah, I will continue to socialize, but as far as volunteer, there's no reason to volunteer for anything. I will go ahead and do a live feed on the Facebook group on my own and deliver some resources there, but I'm not going to work with anybody that is have their head up there with you know what. So
Yeah, yeah. It's you have one or two glitches in the matrix you can take, but when the whole matrix is a glitch, it's
well, yeah, it's like Johnny even commented today. Like I tried to, I'm supposed to. I emailed Cameo about the live Facebook feed. I don't know, 4 weeks ago. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And she responded to somebody else's thing. So in that conversation, I asked her, "Have you seen the email?" She didn't respond to me whatsoever. She just ignored me. So like, okay, that's your choice. I'm getting the
the
message.
the
I'm getting the message. Yeah.
the ignoring thing is a big FU, you know that.
Yeah.
Look, I respond to every email I get to my company. Personally, I respond. And my company is not perfect. I miss little bits and pieces of things here and there and get a few things wrong, but I know I respond to everyone and everything.
Yeah.
So the fact that an organization doesn't even respond to you is just a big FU, man. It's just,
Well, that's just it. It's. I think it's a lot of bullshit about. ET has a philosophy. I think he sticks to his philosophy as closely as he can. He's got a lot of discipline, and I feel that it's very genuine. But as far as the company itself, I don't think it's close to following all the get to the spot stuff that it talks about. Not even close. Not even close.
oh, not
Not there's
not.
definitely not 120 because if I can't even get an email back, no moderators. They're at 800 members now. No moderators. I mean, have they ever looked at another Facebook group and not seen how professionally they're run versus this group? It's ridiculous.
I laughed so much at what Johnny said in our last meeting when we were all together when he turned around and said, so basically what you're saying is there no action and no results. Yeah, I just thought that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Right. That just describes them perfectly. So yeah, look, I've got I think that ET, Carl, and CJ make a wonderful team at the top. I think they're very good at what they do. They're very genuine about what they do. They're very open about what they do. They're very honest about what they do. but it appears to be a complete mess under that, with an exception of maybe the guys who are doing their video production.
Yeah.
The video production is top class. But anything else appears to be hit and miss. And
Yeah.
if it was, I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in that position. I can't criticize too many of the other things, but I can still point out what's wrong. You know, I don't need to be an architect to see the bridges falling apart, right? You know, it's just pointing out the obvious.
Exactly. And yeah, we're paying clients, we're paying customers, so we have a right
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
to
That's
ask,
true.
to ask for a service that we're being, if you're going to run a Facebook group, run it professionally, like the other ones that I pay for.
Hmm.
And when you're not, well, you're just taking my money and doing nothing. You create a Facebook group and then you don't touch it. It's like, okay, because you could say, well, you're paying for all the content on the actual Breathe University site, and I get that. But after a while, you go through all that, and that's done. Like with Ryan Lee's site, they literally are producing one new tutorial a day. There is new content every day.
And this is stuff which teaches you practical skills.
Yes, every day they come out with a new training. And their Facebook group is well organized. And the maximum you can pay is $30 versus $200 for,
Oh,
for
by the way,
VU.
that
So,
motivational video parody that you posted. Right, if that guy had muscles and was black, that's the only thing that just if that guy had big huge muscles and was black and had a deep voice, that would just be it. That would be it, right? That would be like half the motivational courses on the internet. It would be exactly the same. Yeah. And I appreciated the NLP part of it as well. I was just like, that was hysterical.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy. I've heard of that guy on and off. I never watched any of his stuff, but if you go to his Facebook page, he's got a bunch of stuff, hilarious
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And it's just spot on. It's just
Yeah.
that's it. It's just it.
And the thing is, I think he's embraced by
What was his name?
exactly
Sorry,
who?
what was his name?
J.P. Sears, I think it was.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
I can find it and send it to you if you want, but
Oh, it's just for the video, just to put
but yeah, it's like
yeah.
the actual guys who do all that stuff. I think he's actually a friend of a lot of them. He just likes to poke fun at all of them, and I think they take it they take it with no offense, which is good. They're like, well, yeah, there's a lot of people full of crap everywhere, especially online. So, and he nailed it. He nailed it with that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like I watched it a second time today, and I was just like, yes, yeah, I get it. I'll download that and put that in my jogging list.
Yeah. I was tempted to post it in BU, but I'm like, no, I'll post it outside.
Yeah, that would throw the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they wouldn't understand.
No.
They wouldn't they wouldn't get it.
They wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get it.
They wouldn't get it at all. How could you possibly do that? Because it's fun. Because it's funny. You know, it was a sense of, no, but don't you see what you're doing to the brand? But it's a joke, guys. It's a parody. Just don't.
Yeah.
Oh. And then you have to explain to them the meaning of words. So it's just. You know when you can't. That says something when you can't do that, right? It says something when you, like, if somebody posted, like, on my school page kind of a parody of a teacher in their work, I'd be down with that. I'd get it, right? Because
Yeah. Oh, I have clients do imitations of me, and it's like, well, yeah, you just, imitation is the greatest form of a flattery or compliment, whatever you say, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, take it that way. So
Yeah, absolutely. Signs of success. When people start imitating you, it's
exactly. Yeah.
you're getting you're getting somewhere, wherever that that might be. Yes. Um, what's your summer schedule? You taking a couple of weeks off holiday somewhere, or what
We
you doing?
are going to Hawaii first week of August. So
Hawaii, the one place that I can't spell. Um,
yeah.
how do you spell that? Hawaii. Is that right?
Yep.
God, got it right. Right. Still can't spell the word grammar, though. Anyway. Uh,
Turns into Graham
uh,
grammar.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
it'll be our first big trip with the girls. So
Okay.
big
Is that
adventure.
1 week or 2 weeks or
Just a week.
1 week? Wow, that'll be nice. So how'd you get you fly out obviously, right? From
Yeah.
local airport or something? Okay. Wow. Hotel somewhere near the beach. I guess everything's near the beach in Hawaii.
Everything's near the beach in Hawaii. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Not during the tsunami season, I hope.
I hope not. I think August it starts, but whatever. It's Hawaii. They're happy. My big trip is I want to go cross country, just take a drive. But the girls are still a little young for the patience to do that.
Hmm. One of my students just bought a big camper van and decided to just randomly drive off in different directions and travel around Europe, specifically the Mediterranean area. Just thought it's a kind of nice adventure to disappear on for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah. Especially as the bastard doesn't have to work now that he's made his million. So there you go. Which, which I've been following his business very closely, and I still don't understand it.
What
I
does he
still don't.
do?
Nothing. I'm serious. He does nothing. He's never done anything, and he's a millionaire. I did, and I meet this guy twice a week for a couple of hours, and I'm questioning him deeply about everything. And I'm still after 6 years, 5, 6 years of knowing him. I still have no idea what he does. Isn't that bizarre? Oh,
Very bizarre.
it's just really bizarre. But I guess that's how things work or don't work out here, I suppose. Uh, he had an argument with the last person he had a company with, and he decided to leave the company, but he wasn't going to leave the company unless they paid him a couple of million. So they paid him a couple of million, and he left.
Wow.
I don't get that.
So he literally does nothing.
He didn't do anything when he was working either. He was on the golf course every day. So I'm very confused by the whole thing. So good for him. I'm very happy for him. And I'm not jealous in any way. I'm just like I'd like to know I'd like to know how the pieces fit together of that puzzle.
Yeah.
Is because because I don't get it at all. Uh, anyway, so are we going to be able to meet through the summer, or what's
Yeah, I mean, I do want to follow through with your magazine. I mean, I'm going to call it magazine project
okay?
as far as features on different things.
Okay, that'll go down well
I
with the NSA, right?
yeah, I think the important thing is to try and secure some guests. You know, just so there's that dynamic to it.
Yeah, I've had a problem. I'm in this area of the world, and I went through this a couple of years ago, trying to look for guests to interview on Skype and put up on YouTube, and it's like no one's interested out here. No one is. Everyone is like, why should I bother? What's the point? I don't really know anything about anything. Oh no, I don't want to be on video. No, I don't want anything up online. I'm just like, oh well, fucking have an inconsequential existence in life then. Okay, affect nobody.
Yeah.
So, especially teachers, right? Teachers
Yeah.
who just don't want to have any effect on anything. Oh my God.
Oh.
So, yeah, I guess it's reaching out online. You got to make a name for yourself, haven't you? So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with the work that I'm doing online. It's just put out stuff and put out stuff and put out stuff and see what works and try to get feedback from people and try to keep chipping away and hopefully open the right door at some point in time, which will bring hopefully myself to a slightly bigger audience, and that will in turn feed back something into the work that I do. I hope that what I share will come back in a way that allows me to sustain the business. Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't need to be giant profits, but it needs to be sustainable, really. And there's no way, there's no better way, I think, to do it at the moment. And as I want to migrate everything online, I want to have as much experience online as possible. And as there's not much competition out here for what I'm doing, I might as well just plow through with it anyway. And it's funny, there's a page out here, there's a Facebook page for innovative teachers of the English language. And I was like, oh, I'll go and have a look at the page. And I scrolled down the page and 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 was looking for something innovative and scrolled down the page and scrolled down the page. And it's like, oh, look, someone wrote a blog post. That's innovative. I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like they all switched their brains off or something. So, uh,
2:30.
right, there's a football match on this evening. No, I'll catch up with that, I suppose. European Championship is on. Iceland. I am a huge fan of Iceland. I've always loved Iceland.
That's a story that's going around for sure. The big upset.
Yeah, it's the Icelandic commentator when Iceland scored. I posted that on my Facebook page today. The Icelandic commentator just going completely mental when Iceland scored to take the lead. So that was cool. Yeah, it's nice. The underdog, isn't it? It's the underdog advantage.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to see the small teams rise up. And Portugal are playing tonight. That's where is that Portugal are playing now. What's John?
Right now, my wife is recording it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because
so you're gonna.
She didn't want to disturb you in our discussion here.
Oh, okay. What's the score? I'm going to turn it on in a minute anyway and find out what's the score.
No, I don't have it on. She has it recorded. I don't have the TV on.
Okay. Is that like what do they call that? Like some kind of system that you record it and then watch it afterwards, or you can watch it as if it was live or something, or when you say she's recording it, or
DVR. Have you heard of a DVR?
I've heard
DVRs out there?
I've heard of the term, but I'm like that's not a DVD player, right? That's something else.
It's a hard drive.
It's a hard drive, so it just sticks it on the hard drive so you can watch it later, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it. I'm out in the wilderness, mate. So
I know. People don't have food, but they have DVRs here. That type of thing. If they don't have food, they don't go to school, but they have a satellite and a DVR. So
that sounds like the gypsies of Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got no roof, but they've got satellites, right?
Yeah.
Which they fix to the walls and just sit at home and watch porn all day apparently. Anyway, according to my friend who has a company that sells them this stuff, he's just like, it's incredible. We checked all the statistics, and the gypsies are just like watching porn 24 hours a day. And it's like, no wonder they have so many kids. Dear. Backwards existence. There's a great documentary film about gypsies in this part of the world. Oh my God, what's it called? It traces gypsies up from India through Slovakia, across Europe, and then down into Spain. It's a great documentary film. It's got a section about the gypsies of Slovakia, who are just they're great. They live in complete despair and despotism, and they steal road signs and sell them for money, and it's mental. The whole thing is just completely mental. Right. Um. Anyway. I solved the problem with gypsies. You just give them all those reflective like local council worker jackets, and they all look like they're working for the government. You just give them all those, because the government people just stand around and look like they do nothing all day anyway. So just give them all those, and people just go, oh look, government workers, and they'll just give them some space. Right. I will. I've got an apology to make just before we finish today. I didn't get the notes written up for our meeting 2 weeks ago. As I said, I'm snowed under in terms of organization and disorganized at the same time with a few things. That's why I'm taking a day. It's like things pile up and pile up and pile up. I'm just taking a day off because just one more day at work is just it's not going to make the pile smaller. It's just going to make the pile bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a day off tomorrow.
I mean, for me, honestly, I might take a glance at a lot of that stuff. I know you use it to review and ruminate over things we've discussed.
I forget so much stuff
Yeah.
that I forget what we talked about and some of the things we promised each other we do, and and I just find that I need it just to help myself remember, because I just forget lots of stuff, and it's just repetition helps it sink into my head. Right. Next meeting, same time next week.
Yeah.
I guess that's everything for now. Still haven't bought a new phone. Still
That's my
thinks.
next thing. Yeah, I got a new computer, a new phone. I had to pay for registration for my car this week, so that's where that money went. So next thing's up. The phone. I need a new phone because this one's falling apart. Cracked. Cracked and it freezes.
I don't know. I don't know a phone that isn't cracked. They could make crack-proof phones and make a fortune. Or maybe they wouldn't, because it's designed to crack, so you buy a new one anyway.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows with that? Right. Tidy up the office. Switch everything off. Shut the windows. Keep the flies out. And that'll be it for me today. I'll be in touch with you during the week if there's any questions or anything going on. If you've got what's that guy in Ireland? Do you think he'd be interested in doing a quick 20-30 minutes on basic health and fitness for people and stuff? Doing a little what's his
I
name?
think
Colin
he's
or something.
open to it. I mean, I still think he's open to it. I don't think it's a priority with him because that's how this whole thing started. I was supposed to be doing this with him and Ramel, like the three of us. We were supposed to be doing a fitness professional accountability. That was the name of our thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, when can we do a video chat? When can we do a video chat? When can we do a video chat? Well, he wasn't opposed to it, but he wasn't ready to jump right on. And then I feel like Ramel's like Jackie. She's very camera shy. One of the reasons I think she's wasting all this time, she doesn't want to get on camera, which is ridiculous. So we could ask him, see what he's doing.
Yeah, or any other entrepreneurs that you come across through your other Facebook groups
Yeah.
who might be interested in taking a few Q&As about the business and how they built their business up, and just something I can throw out for, I'm throwing it out for my students basically, just to pick up some extra information about something that where they can listen to people speak in English and talk about a couple of different subjects and things. So, and it's a quest for me as well. I can find out things to help my business and so on. So if they
Yeah.
and then on the other side, they can use it as promotion for them. They can take it and they can say, hey, look, I did this interview about the work that I do,
I know.
and
That's what
so
I sent. I posted it on my page. So
on.
some people actually watched it. I'm like, you watched that 40 minutes? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow, okay.
Well, it was over 100 views, not even whatever they call the other thing, impressions or something like that. It was over 100 views, which is great in like just over 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, and then I downloaded it, and then I downloaded it, and then uploaded it to YouTube as well. So I then back it up on YouTube, so that it's there as well, because it'll get kind of lost on Facebook, I think. So,
Yeah.
as usual with me, categorize, organize, put it in the right place, and so that I know where to find it later on if I, for whatever reason, I don't know. Right. Um. Cool. I got to catch the end of that match. There must be about 50 minutes left. Right.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right. Check in
yeah.
with me in about. I'll see. Like there's probably a few people who would be interested, so I'll let you know about that.
Yeah. Just a bit of promo both ways. Quiet little chat if they want to, if they want a pre-interview discussion before doing anything, that's not a problem as well. I can get on Skype with them and talk with them about the whole process and talk with them about what's important for them and what they'd like to get out of it as well. So that's yeah, I can see it from their side.
All right. Cool.
Cool. Doing it, Dan. Thank you very much for everything, mate. Keep grinding, and I'll speak to you
All
soon.
right.